VCR Party Live, VCR Party Live. At the end of the 20th century, a scientist saw a killer comet on its way. He filmed instructions for its destruction over a second-hand VHS tape, but then was hit by a Winnebago. So his assistants Nick and Joe must search every corner of his drone for a cassette that is our only home. But in the meantime, they'll play the greatest hits they find. VCR Party Live, VCR Party Live, Melinda's.
This is pre-roll for the affiliate.
Hello, Melinda's! Happy Halloween! It's a Halloween episode! I'm Joe, that's Nick, we're in the office!
That's right.
Look at us.
We came to the office for the Halloween show just to show off our costumes. And
Nick, who are you? I can't tell.
Yeah, I'm a little character called Neat Pete, who you may remember. Well, I can play Neat Pete. We got Steve over there as...
Oh, yeah, let's do introductions first. There's Steve, low effort Halloween
Steve,
costume.
who are you?
Rejuvenate.
Linda Evans?
Rejuvenate mask.
Okay, yeah, that's... Okay, you went as Rejuvenate.
And George...
Where'd you get that Rejuvenate mask, Steve?
I found it here in the office, interestingly.
Oh, okay, all right.
yeah, let's look at what George went as today.
And, oh, boy, and by the way, here he is, yep.
Yeah, we can do the 4-shot, too, if we ever just want everybody on there. We're trying out the new OBS here in the office as well.
There's going to be Steve, this is your first time being on the OBS system, correct?
Yep, it's brand new to me, so everything's going to be a bit slow.
What I did, because I know that there's going to be a lot of fuck-ups on this one, right? I put the Batman cereal right behind your computer there.
Oh,
it's on the other side, so I think every time that you fuck up, this is the only way you're going to learn.
Yeah, that's true. It's
negative reinforcement. It's proven to work.
I don't know if that's true.
And George, you look like Alan Gillette.
I am Alan Gillette today. I don't look like you have to act out the character.
Okay.
You have to be the character.
Are you going to do a little
dance
jig for us?
You know I will.
Right now or
no? I'm saving
point?
it if there's a lull in the show.
Okay. All right. Nick, I feel like you got to stand up and you got to show everybody your full costume.
Yeah,
Or do you want to pop this?
Yeah, let's play some Neat Pete. This is just a reminder of the Neat Pete shuffle here.
Put your right foot forward, raise your hand in the air, and bend on over just as far as you dare. Pick up the trash that's under your feet, and keep on shuffling down the street. Do it alone or with a couple. Now you're doing the Neat Pete shuffle. Pick up the trash that's under your feet, and keep on shuffling down the street. Do it alone or with a couple. Now you're doing the Neat Pete shuffle. Now you're doing the Neat Pete shuffle. Now you're doing the Neat Pete shuffle. Put your right foot forward, raise your hand in the air, and bend on over just as far as you dare. Pick up the trash that's under your feet, and keep on shuffling down the street. Do it alone or with a couple. Now you're doing the Neat Pete shuffle. Pick up the trash that's under your feet, and keep on shuffling down the street. Do it alone or with a couple. Now you're doing the Neat Pete shuffle. Now you're doing the Neat Pete shuffle. Now you're doing.
So
all right, stand up so that everybody can see. Because you spent like 40 hours on this costume?
Probably. I mean, yeah, I'll go over by Steve. Maybe you could see it better there.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure this is what the Zodiac Killer picked to hide in the mid-'70s.
I think it was too. Yeah. I still think Nick might be the Zodiac Killer too. All right.
So I'll be doing the Neat Pete shuffle occasionally during the show. If there's ever a slow time, I can kind of do the Neat Pete shuffle over here.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Alone or with a couple.
Okay. Good.
Yep. So. Right.
Do you have any video, Nick, of you like gluing the eyes onto the Neat Pete shuffle? Do you have any video of you just like kind of sitting there seriously and quietly?
No. This was all done shamefully in the privacy of my own home. So, yeah. No video evidence of it at all.
You're 45 years old, right?
Yep.
Okay, and then your grandpa got a purple star, right?
Well, he got a Purple Heart and a
Purple
Bronze
Heart.
Star.
Bronze Star, Purple Heart. Okay, I always get those two confused.
What's the Purple Star given for?
I I think that's a Lucky Charms marshmallow, actually.
I seriously
I
did
got
think-
one of those.
Yeah, you
Well,
ate one of those.
Yeah, it's going to be, and then you, Joe, of course, I spotted you right away.
Would you know what I was
Yes.
just based on? Okay,
Absolutely,
okay,
yeah.
that makes me feel good because this is a low effort costume too. I spent 40, not even 40. I probably spent 4 minutes on this one. I asked you to gather everything.
But it's your truest self, so I think actually it's a appropriate costume.
Well, I shaved my beard down a little bit because he is shaven, but I
Yeah.
didn't want to go all the way because I still got to conceal that second chin.
Right.
So, but I am, and this is my prop here. This is Daniel Songer's book, but he's always holding up the book.
Yep, Lyme disease, the untold story.
Yeah, Lyme disease. I'm the guy who wrote the book on Lyme disease. And let me just play you my clip from Lyme disease, the untold story. He also wrote a book about, what was it called? How to make love to a woman?
How to be both a friend and lover
to a woman. Yeah, yeah,
A lot of guys have told them they don't know how to be both a friend and lover to a woman.
yeah. So this is the guy.
I'm the guy that wrote the book, Lyme Disease, The Untold Story. And my buddy told me to throw a commercial in here, so I'm gonna tell you a little bit about my books and how to order them. I got some other books that don't deal with Lyme disease.
So there you go.
We've got some other books that don't have to do with Lyme disease, but
No,
that one did.
that one did, yeah.
Okay.
So that's who I went as. And
All outstanding costumes this year.
did we do George's already? Did we?
Yeah, we
yeah,
got
okay.
Alan Gillette.
Okay.
If you don't know him, he bounces around. He kind of sounds like Kermit the Frog, and we played him a lot, so
Yeah.
we can reference that. Should we start off with a classic?
Yeah, let's start off with the Found Footage Festival Classic. I should have just kept the tape right in.
All right.
This is a
Roll the intro.
Do you want me to roll it?
Yep.
Oh yeah.
You caught me with my pants down, but no one sells carpet or waterbeds for less.
Okay, so this our buddy Greg gave us this. I think that he worked on this pilot for a show called Cyber Wars that never really. It didn't get picked up, obviously, but it was about guys who went around. And I don't know, like checked on Wi-Fi and like did Google searches. I don't know what the premise was.
I think they were guys who were cybersecurity experts that would expose people how vulnerable people were to security threats.
Right, and there's the reason I picked this out as a Found Footage Festival Classic is that there's a Halloween scene in here when they were talking about social media.
When you
remember the Halloween
brought that
scene?
up, I was like, oh, I know exactly what that is, and I had totally forgot about it. It's a perfect Halloween.
Here's an interesting thing, though, is that this is a Found Footage Festival Classic, although it hasn't been on any of our DVDs. It hasn't been on any of our shows. We've just shown it on here on VCR Party. So we're starting to dip into Found Footage Festival Classics as being
I think
stuff
that
that's,
precedent
you know what I
has
mean?
been set, and I think that's a good one.
Yeah.
Welcome to Cyber Wars, a relatively new phenomena that happens every single day.
Relatively new.
Colleges teach it, but they don't understand it. If you use a computer or the internet, we can track you down and just about tell you what you had for breakfast.
We are all under cyber attack. Internationally renowned cyber warrior J. Allen Lewis has gathered a team of experts to fight back.
Cyber experts. Here it is.
My niece loved giraffes. I posted pictures I took of Cassandra in her costume.
Trick or treat!
And then I saw him.
Somebody posts something on a social networking site. They're exposing that information to 1 billion other computers. You can get credit reports.
A lot of people advertise when they're going on vacation.
At one point, Cassandra went off a ways. Then I noticed this creep coming up to her.
Cassandra?
It wasn't me.
Finally, he went away. Maybe he's dead. And my niece?
I know. She jumps to that.
My niece doesn't play with giraffes anymore.
Her niece doesn't play with giraffes anymore.
No. Ruined Halloween.
Yes. Trick or treat.
Trick or treat. That is a classic. That is a modern classic.
It is.
From Cyber Wars.
I can't see a goddamn thing with these glasses on either.
At least you don't have a neat peep.
I shouldn't be complaining.
Yeah.
All right, what do you want to get to? Steve, you don't have a background, right? I mean, normally you have a background, you sell out. Did you sell out to anybody this week? I know the answer, but I'm asking you anyway.
I did. But we'll find out at the end of the show. We're going to play it at the end of the show instead of the normal time, so we will hear about it.
So we're going to end the show with your sellout commercial.
Yes.
And you'll talk more about it later.
I will talk more about it later.
Okay, perfect.
Okay, so what's next? Should we get into flying windows?
Sure, let's do it.
All right, this week in flying windows, coming up. So the flying window this week is from Halloween Trick or Treat. It's a video that was actually played part of in the Halloween webinar, which you can get on our SLP Club or download as a digital download on our website. But there's one flying window in it, but I wanted to do a Halloween flying window. So that's why.
Hey, a flying window's a flying window.
A flying window's a flying window.
It doesn't have to be multiples. It can just be a solo.
That's what I thought. So I was hoping.
It's a lonely window.
I was hoping that would be allowed. So here's Halloween Trick or Treat. We're going to see a Satanist fly in on a.
I think everybody's gonna be bored by it because there's only one window and everybody's used to multiple flying windows.
I don't think you'll be bored by this.
Hello, I'm Chuck Smith.
And I'm Carol Matriciana.
Yes.
Halloween is a festival that conjures up images of ghosts, skeletons, black cats, witches on broomsticks, and little costumed children scurrying about the neighborhood.
I recently asked Glenn about his involvement and the importance of Halloween to the occultist.
Well, my involvement in satanic worship was, I was involved in it as a child. Of course, I was a generational Satanist, what they call a generational Satanist. You see the costumes, you see the mother with her little girl putting the witch's hat on her, and the little boy getting excited about getting the devil mask, and you see the candy, you see the Halloween pumpkins. I can't say, go ahead and have Halloween fun. It doesn't matter if you're participating in Halloween, even if you're not a Satanist.
Or is that how he always pronounces
He
pumpkins?
says it. I think that's how that Satanist thinks pumpkins is pronounced, is pumpkins. He's 35, and he still says pumpkins like he's a toddler. So that's, really, I was just trying to shoehorn that clip in for Halloween. It was a flying window, but just barely a flying window.
Can I just say, I think that Nick could have went as that guy.
As Glenn Hobbs, he kind of looks. He's Hobbs-like.
Yeah, and I'm a former Satanist, so that would all check out too.
How do you say pumpkin?
Oh, I say pumpkin.
Pumpkin?
Yeah.
Punkin.
Yeah, that's what the word is. Yep.
Yeah. You guys want to see some celebrity bullshit?
I would like to.
All right.
Yeah.
I
Steve,
pulled a
do you
clip.
have that intro?
No, I have the intro right
you
here
have it
on
here.
this thing.
Oh, okay, good.
Yeah. We're all sorts of inconsistent here.
Okay.
Let's. What are we? And it only takes 5 minutes for the. Yeah, maybe we
Isn't
just.
that what we want?
Yeah. It just started late. I just want to get it.
I think it started on time.
Okay, here we go. There they are. The Big Five, as they call them in Tinseltown.
Yep.
What do I go? Oh, here I have this video here. Hold on, it's down here. Okay, Nick, you've probably seen this.
Yeah.
So I don't want you to guess, or maybe you can if you don't think that you
Okay.
remember. Can you? Okay, so this is the Wonderful World of Beanie Babies. I feel like maybe you've shown some clips from this before.
Yes, I have. Yeah.
This is the World of Beanie Babies, and it's hosted by two kids who tell you all about Beanie Babies. I'm covering up his face right there. He's kind of a deep. I recognized him immediately because I really like a show that he was in.
Mm-hmm.
Here's the hint: he was in a show, a Judd Apatow show that I really liked. And I'm playing it because it's one of my favorite Halloween episodes of all time of this show.
Yes.
You know who I'm talking about, right?
Yeah.
Do you guys, Steve, George, do you guys know who we're talking about here? With the.
I mean, I'm sure it's Freaks and Geeks kid, but I don't know. Which one.
Yeah. Okay. We get that? You got that. All right.
I'm gonna go with Art Carney.
Art Carney.
That was last week.
That was last week.
Oh well, I'm still gonna guess Art Carney.
Okay. Steve, who do you got?
I'm going to go with Martin Starr.
Okay. All right. Here it is. The Wonderful World of Beanie Babies with Celebrity Bullshit.
Welcome to the world of Beanie Babies. I'm Danielle.
And I'm Sam. This program is for beanie enthusiasts of all ages. And there certainly are a lot of you out there. Beanie Babies were introduced in 1993 by Ty Warner, who appropriately named his company Ty. So it's not a real Beanie Baby unless it has the Ty logo on it, both on the swing tag and the tush tag. But more about that later.
There it is. Okay.
There's a in all the Freaks and Geeks commentaries, they all talk about how he fancied himself a ladies' man, and he would like tell the younger kids or his peers like about all his sexual experiences that seemed made up to them.
On the set?
Yeah, on the set.
Oh.
Yeah, they're like, oh, he had all these stories about being a ladies' man. That's the thing I remember about Sam Levine. But he played a perfect Neil Schreiber.
I mean, he's totally Neil in this Beanie Babies video too.
Yeah.
I want to do a full cut down of this because there's a lot of good scenes in here. There's one guy in here who they interview he's a grown man. He calls himself the Beanie Boy, and I just fell in love with the Beanie Boy. So maybe next week I'll play more Beanie Boy.
Yeah, it's a shame when you see grown men demean themselves. It's
Yeah.
Luckily, I can't see anything. So
right. You can't see any demeaningness. Okay.
I just want to announce. I mean, we've shown you our costumes, but Halloween is this weekend. It's Sunday, so maybe you're going to a Halloween party. We've announced the last 2 weeks that we're having the 3rd annual VCR Party Found Footage Festival Halloween Costume Contest. You can dress up as any character from VCR Party or Found Footage Festival, from a VHS tape, from the show, whatever you want to do, and send it to info@foundfootagefest.com, and we're going to show them on the November 2nd show and award some prizes. So,
did you pull any? Do you have any new ones this week?
No, I've shown all the previous costumes.
No, you never showed the McSee.
Oh, yeah. Actually, that was the first person who sent one in. Was
Yeah.
Jennifer as McSee.
That was a great one. Jennifer as McSee.
Yeah.
That was a great one.
Yeah, that was good.
I'm editing this episode, so maybe I'll cross-dissolve that up right now.
Yeah, but we've shown a handful of costumes to give you some ideas, but there's still, I mean, we've shown thousands of videos on VCR Party, so, use your imagination, get creative, and we can't wait to see your costumes next week.
And you don't have to go at a Neat Pete level. You don't have to
I wouldn't recommend it.
No. You actually went to a fabric store for this then?
Yep, I went to a fabric store. I went to Michael's twice.
Oh yeah? For what? Which part?
To get fabric glue and to get the silver puffy paint for the eyes and mouth here.
Are you on a first-name basis with Michael now?
Let's just say I have enough reward points to get myself a little something nice. So I'm doing okay. Yeah.
Oh man, you're gonna be swimming in sparkles pretty soon.
I'm the Norm from Cheers at Michael's. All right, is it time to get into raviolis?
Let's do some raviolis, Halloween edition.
Come on, let's see your raviolis. Show us 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 your raviolis.
All right.
Oh, hey, that's fun. We can hit a
Time to show us your raviolis. So now, Joe, I think you have more clips than me to show. You just have 2 to show this week.
Yeah, I'll get started with these. So Scott, I forgot to show the video of it. Maybe I'm editing this, so I'll fade it up. So Scott from Strange Tape Zine.
Yes.
He did the Workout Rewind zine with us. He did the illustration for the cover.
Mm-hmm.
And he was combing through some tapes recently for Halloween, and he came across one called America's Most Haunted Town. And George, it's in Pennsylvania, where you're from. Big surprise. New Hope, Pennsylvania.
I've been there so many times.
You know about New Hope?
Yeah, it's not far from where I grew up. I was there, many times.
Do you have something to do with the hauntings?
Maybe.
Okay.
A little something.
Anyway, so he found this, he was watching this tape, and then he heard a familiar name on it, and he sent it to me.
Neat
No.
Pete?
Huh?
How familiar? Like Neat Pete familiar, or?
Even more familiar.
Oh.
Yeah, you guys are going to be very familiar with this. And so I added some video to it to make it a little bit, because it's just it's this woman talking about this ghost story. So I added some visuals to it too to make it more interesting. Okay. So thank you, Scott from Strange Tape Zine. Most Haunted.
I was doing a tour one evening, and it was in November, and it was quite cold. And Joseph Pickett decided to follow me on my tour, and I didn't realize it. He's a tall gentleman, and he has salt and pepper color hair and a handlebar mustache. Well, I was in this one area, and I was really telling my ghost story, and standing in front of me, of course, were the people. And there were 2 women were pointing to me to look behind me. Well, I wouldn't look behind me. Normally I would, but I didn't. I was engrossed with the story. And when I was done with the story, they ran up to me and they said, Adele, why didn't you turn around? And I said, well, why? They said, we wanted you to see the man standing behind you. I said, a man? And I said, what did he look like? And they described a tall man, a handlebar mustache, black pants, suspenders, and a white shirt. Well, immediately I knew that was Joseph Pickett. And I said, oh, really? And they said, we thought it was really odd he didn't have a coat on because it's so cold. Well, I turned to the left and I said to the fellas, did you see anyone standing behind me? And they said, oh, sure, Del. You thought you were going to scare us by having this man come out, but you didn't scare us. And I just kind of smiled and I said, well, guess what? You just encountered Joseph Pickett, our local ghost.
So
the old-timey horn scared the shit out of me.
Yeah, I thought that would scare you guys. Yeah, so yeah, Joseph Pickett is a ghost in New Hope, Pennsylvania.
We gotta go. We gotta go check out to find the ghost that's your namesake.
And you know, there's a show about a guy named Joe Pickett coming out. Like, this isn't a common name.
Yeah, it's that book series.
There's a book series about Joe Pickett's. Yeah.
Right, and they're making a TV show about that, and you're going to be famous.
Finally.
More famous.
Yeah. I'm thinking about suing them. Should I sue them?
Yeah, that'll go great.
Okay.
Yeah, we've had great luck with lawsuits. No problems at all in that department, so yeah.
All right, so then Scott, he tacked on 11 seconds because he wanted to showcase this lady's severe Philly/Eastern Pennsylvania accent. He did this for you, George.
Okay.
Because he thought you would appreciate her accent. So here's just 11 seconds of her just being super Philly right here.
I'm very comfortable with what I do, and I'm very comfortable with the ghosts, because I always tell everyone, you don't have to worry about my ghosts, because they're like Casper, they're very friendly.
Yeah, so there you go.
Nice to hear
Yeah.
from Joseph Pickett.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
Check out Strange Tape Zine. He has an Instagram. His Instagram's great, by the way. He shows lots of weird. He has just as many videos as we do. Strange Tapes Zine, at Strange Tape Zine. And then he has a printed Strange Tape Zine. If you want something to show up on your doorstep, do that.
Yeah, I wrote a little thing for the new issue, actually.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, we talked about some Halloween tapes there, and yeah, it's a great zine.
It is.
It's a fun bathroom read. All right, so I am. It's a Hunktober explosion for me. It's there's a.
This is the last one though of Honktober, right?
There's a clearance on Hunktober, so I have a tape here that I'm excited to show you, called Males in Motion. Males in Motion is in a giant porno tape type box, and it says that it's rated, I think this is the one that says it's rated R. Yeah, it says it's rated R, but I don't know if flapping wieners, I think the amount of flapping wieners in this should disqualify it for R. I just think there's too many flaps.
You think it should be NC-17?
I would say X or NC-17.
It doesn't show going in though, right?
There's no insertion.
Okay.
I knew I'd get that question.
Well,
No
if they show going in, then it's XXX.
So here's the thing. All my videos are hunks today, but they're all hunks wearing costumes. So it is fitting for the Halloween video.
Okay.
So here's May.
And this is the end of Hunktober then after this, right?
This is the end of Hunktober. It's going out with a bang, too. So,
No, it doesn't show going in.
Oh, Eurotron put this out. I mean, our show is kind of males in motion. We're all males. We're always.
Now.
What are we? Really, like Hunktober's going out. Yeah, like you said. Fantastic. Oh. Steve, you don't have to make 3 trips to Michael's to get his costume.
Next, it's Mike, the superhero.
The set is just, they really just, no expense on the set. super belt, doesn't he? It's a power belt.
Now, here's Vincenzo, the
You know
ninja.
how ninjas don't want to
Next, we have Brian, the tennis player.
No, that's how you play tennis. That's how you play tennis. Yeah. No, that's the way that you play
Here
tennis.
comes Patrick, the explorer.
What do you think this one takes,
Oh, he's on fire? He's gonna fire in his mouth for a long time. Oh, the snake's his dick. Yeah, but he had a snake for a penis. Is this how they ended it? With the
Yeah, that's how it ended. It ended like it began.
Okay.
That's part one of my Hunktober explosion to end.
And Marty is making this a Barktober.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
There's we got a camera crew in here. There's a lot of strangers. He's not happy about it.
Yep.
All right, what do you got?
What do I got? I got, let's see, what are we? Oh, here's the tape. Okay, so Tim sent this in. So Tim, who's the songer expert.
Oh yeah, Tim Herrick.
Yes, he's a former Conan writer, Onion writer, Bennett Letterman. He curates all the songer stuff. He asked me, he said, you appreciate Chevy Chase, the Chevy Chase show.
Oh, absolutely.
You
we
will
watched some on the way back from a show yesterday.
Yeah, we were in Missouri, and we were on a long trip, and I just put on some Chevy Chase show, and it's honestly, it's the most entertaining thing to watch, isn't it? Like, we're going to watch the entire series.
It's hard to watch.
Yeah, it's painful. But he told me about Joe Piscopo's Halloween special.
Okay.
HBO put it out. I can't remember which, 1987. And this is what Tim said. He said, so great and terrible. It's all hollow spectacle and no sober adult writing. IMDb doesn't even acknowledge it happened. He said, I'm convinced it could have been an EP mode, but there's some flat-out racism mixed in with the depressing cultural appropriation.
Okay.
So,
Yeah.
I mean, I
Did you
tried
edit
to...
it around that, or how
No,
did
I included it for short amounts just so that
Okay.
we could see it and that we wouldn't have to bask in it like they actually...
Right.
I guess in 1987 you could do that. I guess it was...
It was comedy.
It was comedy, yeah. So he shot this at UCLA, and there's so much filler. There's just so much filler. It's painful. But we're gonna watch 2 parts because it's an hour long, and so I just have the essence here
Okay.
in the first couple minutes.
Joe Piscopo Halloween Party! Ladies and gentlemen, Joe Piscopo!
Joe Rogan, proto-Joe Rogan.
Well, I almost feel like he's like the Billy Joel of comedy. See, I'm not an SNL expert at all. Like, I didn't watch it all the time, and I'd always heard that Joe Piscopo was the most annoying one. Now I see why people would say that after seeing this comedy special. Yeah. Do you have opinions on Joe Piscopo at all?
He was good at impressions. That's what I remember.
He does impressions here, but he doesn't do like parody or spoof. He just does an impersonation of them. You know what I mean?
No joke to this.
Exactly. There's not really a joke. It's just showing what he can do. Anyway, all right, here. So he rolls in.
Hit me!
And he shows off his muscles all the time. He does a rap. He's starting this whole thing off with a rap. It gets worse.
Listen up, people, no fooling around. I'm glad that you can make it here to check out my sound. I don't do drugs, I go to school every day. So sit back, relax, watch me play.
It's not even funny rap. I thought he'd do like a funny rap. And he likes to make it look like he's actually...
Everybody asks, man, how does rap work? It ain't so hard, you jump on stage, you act like a jerk. You talk about anything, just keep the rhymes kicking. Talk about girls or food that's finger finger licking.
Talk about girls or food that's finger licking.
Yeah.
That's what you have to talk about with rap. Yeah.
Okay.
George, do you get a shot of George? Steve, can I just... George, hold that face. Hold that face. There you go. All right. George, you're uncomfortable watching this?
You can go to the 4 shots on the video, yeah, then we can see it.
Oh, there we go. All right, there we go. Okay. Can we get
King of street rappers, the DMC. And although those boys will get no competition from me, there is somebody out there who's a real fly cat, and he likes to do a thing he calls a white boy rap. White boy! Yeah! Hey, white boy! Yeah! Hey, white boy! Yeah! Come on, white boy! Yeah!
Thanks so far, George. Still.
I remember him.
It's fun.
Hi there, folks. It's time to get down. Gotta get the funky feeling of the white
man.
boy sound. Gotta listen to the rhythm. Gotta listen to the beat. Check it out now while I move my feet.
George, can you see it or no?
No, but I can imagine. I'm guessing what's happening, and I'm right.
Hip fellow, very cool, no doubt. Why I'm so cool, I'm the king of chilling out. I'm a happening kind of guy, don't you know? And just because I'm white, I can still rap Negro. But it's nice to be here. We are live across America. We are live. We are live. We have got a legendary NFL player, probably the greatest Oakland Raider of all time. Please, he wrote a book, Cruising with the Twos, John Matuzak.
Okay, so he brings out this guy, and they do these talent shows
Yeah.
that are like sincere and like they're trying to be funny with the talent shows. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
they're like
they're
it's
not
like
funny.
actual students from UCLA that are
Right.
trying to be funny, and it's just such filler, and it feels like Revenge of the Nerds at the end of Revenge of the Nerds.
Oh,
Remember
yeah.
that, where they're all doing the talent show
Yeah,
thing,
the
and
stand up and the skit where the cheerleaders are the.
they just do
football
that.
players.
I didn't include that. I really wanted to, so I'm thinking this could be an EP mode. I can
think
just
it's
cut
good.
together.
Yeah, there's enough good stuff.
I can cut together like 20 minutes of good stuff.
Okay. So far, so good.
Okay, and now we got Marty here
Yep.
because
He's joining us.
he's barking.
He barks less.
He's barking less. Okay. All right. Okay.
You know, I think you can tell I'm a frustrated musician. I dig playing with these guys. I especially like old black blues musicians, you know? The guys that started rock and roll, and they would talk for hours and hours, and you couldn't understand a word they said. But they always had a good time while they were doing it, so it didn't matter. Check it out, it's like... I ride that out to see. So having a street, right?
Yeah, Joe, Saturday day, what people see, I see Rockery half from the seal with the drink. The replete. I mean, that's the bop back to what was about. Amen.
2, 3.
Way too long.
Oh, God.
It went on for so long where they're doing the back and forth. Painful.
Yeah, that
absolutely
is, it's
painful.
It's worse than Shoji's rap, I think. That
Oh,
beginning.
definitely.
What
No,
year
right
was
when
that?
you think you've heard the worst rap, then all of a sudden comes along a new terrible rap.
Oh.
George, what were you gonna say?
What year was that?
87.
Hmm.
Ahead of its time, I know. Yeah.
It's aged like I don't know, potato salad.
Yeah, there you go.
I have another video that this is keeping with Hunktober, and it's early computer animation, which that's one of the things that's the most dated is computer animation. Like it instantly looks bad, and this was particularly homemade, and it's specifically this is part of a tape traded video called Rumpelstiltskin's Monster. Have you seen this, Joe?
No.
It's the story of Frankenstein's monster. But done in a sort of a hunky way. So here's a little bit of...
Oh, you're doing multiple hunks.
Oh, yeah. This is the explosion, the Hunktober
right.
explosion, just to get rid of all of them. So here's Rumpelstiltskin.
We gotta make sleazy safari frisbees now.
It's the new, it's the new frisbee fuckers.
Sleazy safari.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's just part of Hunktober. I have one more Hunktober clip.
Oh, you do?
Do we get to see more Piscopo?
We get to see more Piscopo.
All
So this
right.
one, he does a, let's see, he kicks off with a David Lee Roth impression, and he also does Phil Donahue. Oh, do you think he does or doesn't do a Bruce Lee impression?
I would say he does.
Yeah, unfortunately he does.
He did he did a Bud Light commercial as
Huh?
he did a Bud Light commercial as Bruce Lee.
Did he?
Yeah.
Oh no.
That also did not age spectacularly.
Wow.
That would be a jock sham.
Yeah.
I love that your brain just stored that information. That
I
Joe
remember it very
Piscopo-
well. I know some of the dialogue offhand.
Can we hear it?
No, I don't. Nope.
All right, let's see some.
Okay,
Joe
so
Piscopo Part 2.
yeah, Joe Piscopo Part 2. Brace yourself, it gets worse.
Oh no.
Ladies and gentlemen, the crown prince of rock and roll, what hath God wrought?
They are beautiful. They may be beautiful, but I am wild. 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 Every night before I sleep, I get down on my knee. Oh, it feels so good. You, sir, you know, we fight you, you fight us. We kill you, you kill us. Yet you still say hello to me from behind the counter at the 7-Eleven. I don't know. I just don't.
Impression that everybody knows.
What you do here anyway?
We're here for Halloween.
Halloween?
You know, trick or treat.
Oh, you little treat, you do what for you? Trick or treat.
Oh, cool. Yeah. It's awesome. It's so talented.
They tell me you guys know how to party down a little bit. We're gonna party down right now. Professor, take me to class.
Louis. That's how it runs the whole thing. What a great comedy special. Yeah.
So it's not on HBO Max. It's not. You can't find it anywhere.
No, it's nowhere. It's like on YouTube. It only has like 800 views, and I bet it won't be on there for very long. So, and this show will probably get shut down too.
I have a this is another thing that's on YouTube, but nobody knows about it. I found it while I was searching for Hunktober material, and it's an episode of Geraldo where they had male exotic dancers. So he would do controversial topics, you know, but he also had male exotic dancers, and they're in costumes. So
Okay.
here's a little bit of Geraldo's exotic dancing show.
Okay, Malibu and Jason Jarvis, come on back up. Say striptease, please. A male dancer extravaganza. The focus of this edition of Geraldo. Our first dancer in the second segment, is Steve Lyons. Come on out, Steve. Steve's 35 years old. He's been doing it for 16 years. He's the old man, the dirty old man.
Laughing already. Joe Piscopo.
What do you think of the gentleman?
I think they're very handsome and talented. Good looking.
Are you having fun?
A lot of fun.
What's your husband going to say when he sees you?
He'll find out soon enough.
Speak Up America. We want to hear your comments and show ideas. Give us a call at 1-900-SPEAK-UP. Let us know what you're thinking. We'll record your message to play on a future broadcast. We may even call you to be a guest on a show. So call 1-900-SPEAK-UP. Don't forget, the call costs $1. We'll be right back.
Charged $1 for you to give them content for their show.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that makes sense, right?
Well, I wonder if it was the hunks that called that 1-900 number.
They call. Oh, that's how they got on.
Yeah.
I remember, like, Oprah would have the Alaskan hunks on every once in a while. I feel like that was just a staple of talk shows. We'll have strippers on one week.
Yeah. Is that it for Hunktober? Are we done? Can we close the book on Hunktober?
Close the book on Hunktober, unless George or Steve have any hunk clips to show.
Joe, you've got your shirt open. I think Hunktober is going to go
alive and well.
until the end of the episode.
Yeah,
that's
true.
I do have some hunk stuff coming up with
you do?
For my cyber video. A little bit, maybe.
Okay. Well, are we going to do a Babe-ruary?
Yeah.
Or are we going to do Babe-vember?
I think Babe-ruary is good. It's a slow month. I think everybody could use some babes. So yeah.
Are you gonna curate Babe-ruary?
Well, I think it's open to whomever, but yes, I will definitely have Babe-ruary clips ready to go.
Babe-ruary. Okay.
Rolls off the tongue.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, you know what? We don't have a proper cyber videos segment for this one, so why don't you guys just count these as raviolis?
Okay.
We found a loophole. You guys can count your cyber videos as raviolis.
This is wild. I don't know if the audience is going to go for this, but yeah, let's do it. We're operating
we're breaking the rules here, but yeah, let's try it. Let's see how it
I
works.
just want to let everyone know how comfortable this rejuvenate patch is.
Oh, it
Yeah.
hurts.
Oh my gosh.
It hurts.
You might be bleeding actually. Take it off. Let's see if you're bleeding.
I know. I'll wait till the end.
I want to see. Oh, okay. All right.
All right, that'll be the big reveal. So, Steve, why don't you show us what you've got?
All right, so in honor of Hunktober, I chose a video with Cristiano Ronaldo, the soccer player, who I think we can all agree is a hunk. I like this one because it checks a lot of the jock sham boxes of it is poorly written, it is an athlete trying to act not very well, he even does a dance, which you get bonus points for, and he does not speak in his native tongue. So it's a ton of check marks here.
Set up for failure.
Well, and it's funny because they put all the money in him being, in acquiring him, but not in the commercial, not in the writing, not in the premise.
He got a nice paycheck.
All the money went to him.
The editors did not get paid.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see what you guys think of it.
Okay.
It's a jock sham, jock sham, jock sham, jock sham. Boring you with a signature drawl. It's a jock sham, jock sham, jock sham, jock sham. This rap is done, now it's over to you.
Shopee?
Go shop, beep, 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 beep. Buy everything, ding, 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 ding. On 9999999. Super Shopping Day.
Shopee 99 Super Shopping Day with 10% cashback.
Buy everything at Shopee.
And for S shops, I mean, it's a lame.
Yeah.
It's not like Nike or it's not like Apple or something big. It's like some weird app that gives you 10% off of something.
Yeah, I thought soccer players were the biggest stars in the world, but I guess not if they're relegated to that.
Well, you did another Ronaldo clip before, and it was some weird.
He did like a facial exercise. Everybody else was putting it in their mouth, but he refused.
And he wouldn't do it.
He didn't speak one word.
Yeah.
I think that's probably after this, probably earlier in his career,
learned.
and then he's just like, oh no, just pay me the money. I don't do anything
Right.
anymore.
He learned his
You're not gonna get me to dance.
Yeah.
Well, what does George have for us?
Well, it was, let's see, a clip of local Halloween and horror-themed commercials.
The Stereo Warehouse on the Gulf Freeway presents Night of the Living Deal. The big deals, they keep coming and coming. Jetson car speakers from $9.
Here's a real hot deal.
12-inch three-way home speakers, hundreds of watts, $49. Final call on Claire and car stereos, $19.
Save up to 80% on brand name stereo.
Night of the Living Deal at the Stereo Warehouse. Any other deal is no big deal.
Oh, he comes
that commercial again.
Oh, no, not again.
Yeah, we know. It's 60-minute developing, and the pictures last forever.
Don't you believe me, my dear?
It's Zach.
Besides 60-minute developing, Camera Corner is the one-stop shop for all your photo and video needs indeed.
Harry, who are you talking to?
Oh, nobody.
Tell them Zach sent you and get $1 off the price of processing.
Come to the haunted house spectacular.
And 21st from 10 to 6 p.m. And goblins who are planning to attend. Who dare to enter the Paso Civic Center? And $1 for your kid is all you'll pay to enter. Come on.
If you gotta go to Crash Brothers Suits.
Crash Brothers, 937 South Street, store of the stars.
Well, that was something.
What do you have to say about that?
I think
was something.
What more can be said about it?
That was
I
got
have
me in
to
the
say,
Halloween spirit, George.
That was one of my least favorite clips that you've ever
Shows your raviolis, shows your raviolis, shows your raviolis.
So we did the Halloween webinar about almost 1 year ago now.
Yeah, yep.
And there's a bunch of stuff in there that we've never shown anywhere else. And I felt like we should play some of the stuff, like get it out there, because there's one in particular. So Dark Lord Blood. You remember Dark Lord Blood? It's Halloween. We got to play some Dark Lord Blood.
It's a tradition, yeah.
We played his video 1,000 times, and it's from this regional talk show called Talk of the Town, and he was like the go-to Satanist on these shows. And of course it was about Satanism. They do hunks one week, and then they do Satanism the next week. And he was the Satanist. So here's just a clip of Dark Lord Blood. If you haven't seen it before, if you've been
How real is devil worship? Well, that's what my next guests will inform us. First, we have Dark Lord Blood. He's a 7th-generation Satanist. Satanic worship goes back to his great-great-great-great-great-grandfather.
And this kind of knife is being sold for that reason. There's something called an
But
emptium.
it's also being sold for healthy reasons.
Man, what's healthy about selling a knife that's
Okay.
Wow.
Yep.
So incredible.
So we love that clip. I think you had an ex who found it at an estate sale, and then we watched it and we fell in love with that episode.
It was
Dark
on a
Lord Blood.
NASCAR race tape. It was just at the end of it. He had recorded this thing about the son of Sam, and that's what that was.
Yeah, and so so we played that a lot, and Melinda's have gotten behind it, and somebody made a Dark Lord Blood comic book. Can you bring that? Can you put that up? Yeah. So this is totally a comic book that I would read.
Yeah, Jeff Moran did this. He's done some of the some other art for us. This is incredible. Dark Lord Blood fighting. Oh yeah, and there's the costume.
Yeah, and there's the Dark Lord Blood costume. We showed that last week, and so Dark Lord Blood is he's a staple of the show now. So I was like, and we tracked him down. Do you remember?
Yeah,
we tracked him down,
found him.
and like you guys were too scared. I was the only non-coward in our whole group, and I was like, I'm gonna go meet Dark Lord Blood, and I did. I drove out to New Jersey all by myself, and I played this in the Halloween webinar. If you haven't seen the Halloween webinar, this is what happened when I went out to meet Dark Lord Blood.
And we'll meet a man who worships the devil. You see people eat dead bodies?
Some demons require sacrifice of a child.
Have you ever seen the devil?
All right, I'm here. I just arrived at the address, and I drove by the house, and there's a guy sitting on the porch right now, and I think it's him. And I'm a little bit nervous. I'm all by myself on this one. We'll see how this goes.
Welcome.
Yeah, there you go. The eyebrows. Okay.
Wait. Ready?
One second.
What we're going to talk about this morning is satanic cults, and they're right in your own backyard.
You were an actual Satanist back then.
Well,
Playing.
how do I do this? I had a great amassed knowledge about it.
With me in the studio is the Dark Lord Blood, who is a 7th-generation satanic worshiper.
7th generation Satanist. Are you actually a 7th generation Satanist?
No, that's an out-and-out lie. I'm not going to lie. Yep, that's an out-and-out lie.
Were you brought up Christian?
Brought up Catholic.
Catholic?
Yeah, that didn't work out so good. I'd fallen in with a couple of really pretty girls, and they were involved in a coven. I thought it was just going to be some Wicca thing, you know, night of naked dancing in the woods, but they were serious.
Tell me about the growl.
Yeah, well, see, he was trying to back me into a corner, and I didn't like where he was going.
It's being sold for that reason. There's something called an
But
empty.
it's also being sold for healthy reasons.
Man, what's healthy about selling a knife?
And he was dominating the talk time. You never allow that. Never. You know what I mean? So, in order to stop him from going down this road, you know, I had to do something dramatic. I wasn't just going to be able to talk back and forth. That's boring. That's stupid. You know what I mean? So you go right for the throat.
Still got it.
Never goes away.
Vicky!
I got offered a whole bunch of them after
Really?
that. Yeah, but it would have been very complicated with my family. So.
I mean, are all your friends Satanists?
No, I don't have any friends, but my acquaintances are, yeah.
Tell me about your family. What was their reaction to all this?
I was adopted, so they didn't know. This was just kind of my own little private life. I believe by the time I had done Best Talk in Town, my mother was already passed. So, you know, I didn't want to do anything that was gonna knock my father out of the blocks. You know what I mean?
So did he ever know that you did it?
No, but you know, I found out I passed up a very lucrative run as going on places as an expert and whatnot. Oprah's producers, Geraldo.
But you decided not to do it just because you didn't want to break your dad's heart?
Yeah, I mean, my father is the greatest man I ever met.
Any regrets on that, though?
Well, currently I work as a phone sex professional. I don't actually provide sex to the person. I'm a dominant master.
What's the character's name?
Worldly God.
Worldly
Other of
God?
my creations, yes.
I might like that better than Dark Lord Blood.
Well, you know, as I get older, you know, they got to get better, right?
Right.
So, yeah. See, I had all the natural skills to be a con man, but I could never do that to people. So I found a way to con people legally and not hurt them in the process. And I love feeding off other people. People want to have their fantasies fulfilled, you know? And you shouldn't have to, you know, hurt them in the process. You should be able to give them what they want. They should be able to help you out in the sense that pay you for your art. You know, because every word that I speak to a person on the phone or every expression that I give them as we go is my brushstrokes on a canvas. You know, that is my art.
That was exciting, and at the end of the actual webinar, the Halloween webinar, which you can get on SLP Club and on our store as a download, Dark Lord Blood made a live appearance.
Yeah.
Too.
Yeah. He did. And
that was incredible.
And here's the thing about him: like, you never know when we reach out to these people, what they're going to be like.
Yeah.
He's genuinely funny. He's
Yeah.
genuinely a very funny dude.
That surprised me the most was that he got it and like could perform and turn it on.
Oh, he's so quick, and he's a performer. Obviously, I mean, he was on these talk shows, and now he's doing the phone sex thing or the phone video thing.
Yeah.
So anyway, watch the whole webinar. You can see our conversation with Dark Lord Blood, and he does a bit. I think that doesn't he get dressed up? I haven't watched it.
Yeah,
I've never watched it, actually.
At the very end, first he couldn't get on. At first he couldn't get on, but then at the very end, over the credits, he
Oh, it's
on.
awkward. It's awkward for a while. Yeah. So if you get into awkwardness, pay $7 to see this.
Yep.
The Aukies who are into...
Oh, the Aukies?
Yeah, the people who are into awkward
Our
stuff.
Aukies are going to love this episode.
Is that a real thing? Is that like an internet term, like Aukies? People
No.
love awkwardness?
No, but just like...
Oh, you just coined it.
Yeah, just like
Aukies,
teddy
people who
bears.
love
There are
awkwardness.
people who like different aspects of the show. There are the people who are the Audies, people who like audio problems.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tedious, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, well, George,
this show.
The game has well, let's just play the intro for your game, and this has been taking the world and our audience by storm.
I think this could be an actual show, George. Like, this could be an actual...
Right, this is... Mask Me Another features Halloween masks from the 80s mostly, that are from terrible costumes, and you guys have to guess what the costume is based on the crumbling plastic mask.
Okay.
All right, these are
What
the ones
was
that
the
cut
gold-
into your face, and moisture would condense on the nose part of it, and they were just generally uncomfortable.
What was the golden age of these masks, George? Do you know? Was it like late 80s,
No,
early 80s?
I think it was from like the mid. I'm sure it was. Everybody would say whenever they were a kid, they were the best. But I would say probably from like the mid '60s to the mid '80s. Apparently, their business collapsed after the. Do you remember the Halloween scare of like 82, 83 of razor blades and stuff?
Oh,
it turned out the whole thing wasn't real, but apparently it destroyed
It happened
Ben
maybe
Cooper's
once, I
business.
bet.
Yeah, but I'm okay now.
Yeah.
So the categories, as you remember, are video games, shat tunes, comic books, TV and movies, failed toys, and impossible.
Okay, and Joe will get to go first.
Joe goes first, then
What's
Steve.
score so far?
We're going to compile at the end of all of the episodes.
When you say we, does that mean that I have to be involved in that too?
No.
Okay.
I never count you in as somebody
All right,
who helps
you're
out.
Just gonna do it, right?
Right.
Okay, good. All right. Wait, I can't see the thing. Oh yeah, here we go. Okay, let's go with comic books hasn't been touched yet, has it?
No, I'm surprised too because Steve is a comic book fan.
That's true.
I'll do comic books. I'm going to do comic books for 100. I just want to get points on the board.
Okay, Joe.
Okay.
Who is that?
Swamp Thing. Yes. Easy.
Joe, that is correct.
Yes.
Nice. I would have said Creature from the Black Lagoon.
I think I would have too.
Yeah.
No,
and
80s. It's 80s. Like, yeah.
How do
Swamp
you
Thing
know
was
it's
big.
Great work.
These all are from the 80s.
No, they're from the 60s and 70s.
No, I agree with him.
Okay.
Nah, but the technology was way better if you
That
look
did
at the.
look like a better mask.
Yeah, that's 60s. Like,
All right, you're on the board.
Okay, Steve, what would you like?
Oh boy, I'm gonna go comic books for 200, just to one up them.
All right.
He's gonna get it wrong. Steve's gonna get it wrong. It's gonna be so embarrassing for him.
Steve.
Yes.
Who is this a mask of?
Yes.
Doctor Strange.
Steve, that is correct.
I was.
Whoa! I would not have gotten that.
I would have gotten that. I definitely would have gotten that. I should probably get like some of Steve's points for that.
I didn't get any points for Missile Command, and I'm still sore about it last week.
Okay.
All right, Nick.
All right, chat tunes for 100.
Okay. You guys are playing much more conservatively than you did in the.
Well, I think we all learned our lesson.
Yes.
Impossible means what it says.
Yeah. It wasn't just a clever name. Cartoons for 100.
Oh, that's Egon Spengler from the Real Ghostbusters.
Everybody's gotten them. That is correct.
Oh, good.
Wow.
I
Oh, the
would've
100.
never gotten that.
But George, that's a testament to your game show ability. Like, look at it.
The 100s are accurately
Yeah.
awarded. Yeah.
And the 500s are next to impossible, and impossible is ridiculous.
Why didn't you get into the game show game?
I'm sorry, check out this. I don't know if you can make this out, but this is a kid actually wearing that costume then, and it is funny and disturbing.
We may have to put some of these in post.
Yeah, sorry.
All right, let's. I want to do my turn.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, I want to do impossible for 600.
The lowest impossible.
Yep.
I have a feeling this is still going to be impossible.
I don't know.
Really?
I don't know. I think somebody's going to get at least one of the impossibles. Joe, who is this a costume of?
It's a pumpkin. It's a big smiley. Who is this a costume of? What did you ask me? What was the question?
The same thing for every round. Who is this? What costumes does this mask go to?
Who, implying that it's a person, a human being. You said, "Who is
what
this?"
What is the costume associated?
No.
Yes.
You're not
no, what Nick said
you're
is
not the host. George is the host. George.
But Nick is a better host than I am as a games master.
Points for surliness?
It's a 10% discount.
All right, I'm trying to help.
You are helping.
We don't need your help. George,
do.
You're the host. Did you say this is a person?
I don't think that's I think I'm going to
said
go with
who?
they're all entities.
Okay. Headless Horseman. Headless Horseman.
I'm sorry. Do you guys have a guess?
The Great Pumpkin.
Is it Mr. Me?
Holy crap, that's very close. That is Mr. Tickle.
Oh,
you knew.
Everybody got it wrong.
Yeah.
Everybody got it wrong.
But you all know who Mr. Tickle is, right?
Well, from those Mr. Me books.
Yes. Yeah. So that was a very good guess, Nick.
Yep. Everybody got it wrong. Not just me.
But is it a person or an entity, George? That's what everybody wants to know.
Well, I'm going entity.
Steve, what do you got?
I'm going to go back to comic books for 300.
Okay.
Do 400. Come on.
Is there a 400 up there?
Yeah, there's a 400. Go 400.
All right, I'm going to go 400. Joe's talking to you.
Steve, I think you'll know this. I don't think they would know this necessarily.
I'm trying to look through.
This is not my category.
At this, it's. I don't know. I'm gonna guess Medusa, even though I can't see her.
There's no snakes. Medusa has snakes.
I can't see it.
You idiot.
I already guessed. So who is it, George?
It's Darkseid. You're not a DC guy.
Oh no.
But I thought you might just because.
Darkseid?
Yes.
I never heard of that.
I've never heard of Darkseid.
Really? He's the big bad of the DC universe, a Jack Kirby creation.
Okay.
All right.
I could play this game all day.
He's
no
no
such a great game.
He's no Mr. Man, but.
I'll try.
Who's winning right now?
I'll try Shat Tunes for 400, George.
Okay. Shat Tunes for 4.
Yep.
Oh man. I don't know. I don't know if you're gonna. This is.
I'm not confident in anything above the 200 level. I'll just say that.
That makes 2 of us. This.
Melted Spock.
This isn't your turn.
I'm gonna say Turbo Team.
Oh, would that it were, but unfortunately it is James Bond Jr.
Oh, another cartoon we've had.
Yes, a Shat Tune.
He was popular enough to get a costume?
No, I don't think. I think there was a thing where there was a ramping up in case something got popular.
Yeah.
Like in the fall, it's like August. They're going to get their TV shows lined up.
But,
yeah.
But do you think they actually sold any of those costumes?
I'm wearing one under my clothes.
I bet my mom would have bought one because it would have been like on the discount rack.
Yeah.
And so I probably would have been out James Bond Jr. even though I knew never would have known who he was.
Yeah. He had a surprising amount of merchandise, action figures, and
He may have been big in like Argentina or something.
Yeah. Can we do one more round?
Sure.
Can we do? I want to do one more round.
Okay,
Yeah.
Go for it.
Let's see. Failed toys. It looks like that's a difficult category, George. Right?
It is as difficult as impossible.
I think if I get 600, well, failed toys though, because they're toys that never made it out of the mainstream, right?
Correct.
So like we probably haven't even seen them.
Well, there was one called Fluffy Dogs that we'd never heard of last week.
I'm gonna do video games for 300.
Okay. Come on. I think you guys.
I kind of want to switch. Can I switch?
No.
You don't yell at Steve for not being the host.
You're not the host, Steve.
Okay.
I'm the judge.
Video games, 300.
Oh, Centipede.
Joe, that is correct.
Yes.
Nice.
Yes. Yes. In the lead.
Yes, and you'll note that there was a second Centipede costume with a scarier mask because
the more the realistic Centipede.
yes, and
That's a pretty good. I mean, as far as these costumes go, that's kind of a good one. I kind of like that one.
For that,
Yeah.
all right, Steve.
Well, can you give me a score rundown?
It's to be determined.
All right, I'm gonna go video games 200 then.
All right.
I probably should win comic books 300.
I think there's
Steve?
500s down there.
Steve, this is my favorite costume of this entire game.
I'm gonna go with asteroids.
Steve, that is correct.
Wow.
My favorite though is this picture of a kid wearing the costume. He looks
asteroid.
He looks horrified by the decision he's made.
Yeah.
Or that his parents have made, and it has a picture of the game on the smock.
So he just went as a rock, basically.
Right.
What an asteroid is.
And I never realized before that they always have the name on the costume so that, like...
You'll know what it is.
Well, right, so the adult who's giving you candy...
Can be like, oh, you're an asteroid.
You're helping them out. Yeah. And asteroids always wear pants too, right?
That's how they identify them.
They crash into planets, yeah.
Yeah. Nick?
I'm gonna
go for a 500 banger.
Yeah, I will. I will go for TV and movies for 5.
Oh, okay.
TV and movies, right?
That's correct.
I have a guess.
I got it.
Okay, I'm gonna say V.
What?
That's your guess.
Yeah.
What are your guesses?
I was gonna say Fantastic Planet.
Steve?
I was gonna go. I don't know what I was gonna say.
This is the Close Encounters of the Third Kind.
What? It looks nothing like that.
500 points. That's
Wow.
right.
He gets minus 500 now, right?
No, he just.
I defend myself, but I'm not the host.
I was gonna say it because I thought it was like a clown, and then I realized how dumb the guess was, so that's why I backed away from it.
What are we gonna do with the rest of these answers?
We have one more Saturday.
Do we have one more Saturday?
Yeah.
No, but it's gonna be after Halloween.
No, it's going to be before.
Oh, is it? It's this Saturday.
30th, yeah.
Okay,
On the
all right.
30th, yeah.
I'm confused.
And by the way, that one is going to be all Monster cereal commercials. Blueberry, Count Chocula, Fruit Brute, what is it?
Yummy Mummy?
Frankenberry, Yummy Mummy. And Skip Elsheimer from AV Geeks is going to help take us through that. So that'll be.
He's become like our cereal expert. He did one on Golden Bear.
Yep.
Or Sugar Bear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's going to come in and we're going to watch all the way from like whenever they started to current ones.
Yeah.
Excited for that. Thanks, George. That was incredible. And I'm excited to get the final tallies after Saturday.
I wonder if you could like market this. Talk to the people at Dreamcatcher. See if they can get him a game, a board game.
Yeah.
Talk to the Dreamcatcher folks.
Do that, yeah.
See if they can get George his game.
I'm sure of my best-selling game, Dreamcatcher. I'll just ask them
to see who is going to be the Dream Master.
I know a guy who has taken a bunch of pictures off the internet and of a bunch of properties that we don't have the rights to, and we want to make a game. Right, and there's a limitless number of those.
I don't see a downside.
Yeah,
sold.
The pitches.
I'm greenlighting it, George.
Yeah.
Is that what you do in the board game industry? You greenlight it?
Blue light it.
Oh, you
because it
are
goes
the
to
Dream
Kmart.
Master, George. You
Right.
are the Dream Master. All right, what do we want to do? Some announcements?
Sure. Yeah, coming out here. EP mode. We want to do Piscopo Halloween special.
I think we should because we have one more. We did your home movie last week. Oh, that was so fun. Steve, you joined us for that. Did you enjoy that?
I did, and I can't wait to download George. There was a lot of interesting Nick facts, and I did bring them with you too, so I can.
There was one Nick fact that was really sad. There
was a lot of Nick facts that were really sad.
Well, there were a lot of Nick.
but it was all my own doing. Basically, I was a really irritating, spoiled child.
But George, just to give you a little taste, it was like, I got a scar here from this, I got a scar here from that. Some of them were emotional, some of them were physical.
Yeah.
I feel like Nick and I have a lot of parallel development.
Really?
Oh, you're gonna love
Mainly
this one.
our extra body fat.
Yes.
I think that was it.
And that our problems were mostly our own fault.
Yep. Exactly.
Trying too hard.
You're on the same page. There's a reason we hosted an out show together. I keep telling you there's a reason for it. But yeah, we'll come back to home movies. So I want to see Steve's, I want to see George's, I want to see Joe's.
Yeah.
But we'll take a little break and do for Halloween.
We'll do some Piscopo and bum everybody out with some really racist impressions. So yeah, we'll do that this Thursday.
Okay.
Let's see, what else we got?
For Halloween, it's a Sunday. There really isn't anything happening on our channel normally, but I think we should air the special we did with Mike.
Yes. Yeah.
So Mike, the horror geek on YouTube, so knowledgeable about horror movies, and we thought for Halloween, have him come on, have us show the 3 most obscure Italian he came up with this idea.
Yeah.
Italian ripoffs of more popular American horror movies.
Apparently this is a genre
Yeah.
of Italian ripoffs of popular movies. And all 3 that he showed us, it's like, because we've said it a million times, we're not big horror guys, and we're in the VHS game, and like everybody in the VHS game loves horror.
Yes.
We don't give a shit.
Right.
But his tour through this like weird world of Italian horror, I mean, it made me want to watch the movies, especially the first one he showed us.
Yeah, so tune in. We'll put it on 9 o'clock on Sunday on YouTube and Facebook. So
Halloween night.
Halloween night. Check that out for a
little bonus.
treat.
Little bonus thing,
Yep.
free for everybody.
Yep.
YouTube, Facebook, all that.
Yep.
We're doing shows. We got Minneapolis coming up in November?
Yep.
Eau Claire, Madison, Wisconsin, Arlington, Virginia, Brooklyn. What are we doing in Brooklyn?
We're doing a Christmas special at Nighthawk.
Oh, that's
It's an
right.
annual
Yeah.
thing.
Okay. Columbus, Ohio, Milwaukee, and Chicago.
And Cleveland just booked too.
Oh,
Yep.
Cleveland? And
Yep.
we got Cleveland now too.
Yeah,
So
it's going to be big.
And then when we drive to those shows, we're going to watch the Chevy Chase show, or you want to watch the Joe Piscopo Halloween special?
Let's mix them up.
Okay.
Let's mix them up. But I think we're going to meet Martin Carlton on that, and maybe go to the Lord of Life Church to try to get that E.T. puppet that we've shown before. So
we got big plans
big
coming
plans
up here.
for the fall and winter.
Big plans. You're not going to want to go anywhere.
So we're going to go out on something, but then Steve, what is the bonus that's going out? This is the sponsored.
So it'll be featured in a future Sellout Steve episode, but it is the Snuggaloos. They can be found at the Snuggaloos. I can't read it. Hold on. It's going to be on the screen, I think. But SMUGG.
Another thing I have to put up on screen?
Oh,
Okay,
man,
cool.
I got the Batman cereal right here. I promise I'll eat some during the outro.
Yeah, will you take a handful right now? Can you just take a handful for all the fuck ups that you've had this entire? Just put one handful.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, let's just end it this way.
I will do one handful.
Have you ever eaten it before, Steve?
Oh God,
This is the first episode we've done with this new new OBS
system. Yeah. I like it though. I mean, I like all the windows, but there's some
1989 Batman. Oh God.
Oh, and you're covered with the welts from the Rejuvenate.
This was a bad
It
day.
hurts badly to
put your forehead up to the camera
This was a
so
bad
people
day
can
for
see.
me.
Look at that, you're actually bleeding.
I like Steve because this is a bad day for me.
We're back to the 2-shot. So you guys could wrap us out. But yeah, once again, it's the Snuggaloos. We'll play a video right after the episode.
It's great music. It's
Yeah.
great music video.
And we'll be watching the Snuggaloos cartoon on an upcoming Saturday morning cartoon. Doesn't it sound like a cartoon we would watch on
the
Saturday morning?
Snuggaloos. Yeah. But we got to go out with Jan Terry. Get Down Goblin. She's just like Jan Terry's the best. She's the OG veteran. Like you got to go out on a little Jan Terry.
Absolutely.
So we're gonna happy Halloween, everybody. If we had been prepared, we could have done better.
And we'll be right back right after that.
I was like, the Batman cereal has me so off. It's not. I'm no longer a puppet. It's everybody's a puppet when they're dead.
Yeah.
There it is.
Oh,
That's
fuck.
the one.
My nose isn't full of yuck anymore.
Get down, goblin. Get down, goblin. Get down, goblin. Get down. Get down, goblin. Get down, goblin. Get down, goblin. Get down. Another Halloween. The children will be dressed up. Candy, pumpkins, witches
husky, baby. You're gonna be alright. See, people, they'll try to tell you you can't have anymore. They'll say,
I think you've had enough, husky, baby.
but don't pay no mind. Cause one day, when you're all grown up, you can have all the treats you want. And no one could ever tell you otherwise.
Husky, baby, don't let them tell you it's not
When we return, Dr. Sellner will complete the bunion surgery.
Yes, those are his pajamas he's wearing.
All right, I gotta go.
That's all. That's it.
Let me see that one.
Rocks are done. Gotta sleep. Bye.
That's it. That it done.
We did our best. If we'd been prepared, we could have done better.
What do you think about Bibra?
About what?
My nose isn't for yuck anymore.
Ooh.
That's all I'm doing.
Sure, Yodel.
Tinkerbell!
We'll be right back right after that.
And Kurt Polstead, the real great guy.
Nice, nice.
Goodbye.
Jim's coins in Hilldale.